Hello everybody, it's me Charlotte, and today I'm going to show you guys how to knit the condo stitch. As you can see, I did a very small sample here. This bottom portion of the sample is the condo stitch. This upper half of the sample is my take on the condo stitch. I tweaked it just a little bit. Still super easy. And it gives a very nice effect of, it looks like you actually took your time to knit a few rows, purl a few rows, knit a few rows, purl a few rows, when in all honesty, all you did was knit the whole thing. So yeah, this whole thing is knit in garter stitch. Pretty awesome. But this bottom portion, like I said before, this is the original condo stitch. It's fluffy, it's stretchy, it's very nice. This portion right here, it has detail. It has like stripes, which I really think is cool. This is the back side. The regular condo stitch just looks like normal garter stitch. This side looks just like normal garter stitch. It's just more open, fluffy, kind of squishy. I'm kind of liking it. Really easy to do. Definitely beginner friendly. Pay no attention to my nails, please. Ignore them. Very easy to paint the left hand, not so much the right hand, and I'm not good at painting nails anyway, so just ignore. Okay, that's out of the way. To do this stitch, you're only going to need 2 different size needles, and we're going to get into that in just 1 minute. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Thank you for liking and commenting and sharing my videos. It helps me out so much, and I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so now. And if you'd like to follow me on Facebook, there'll be a link in the description below. All right, the condo stitch, I'm going to show you both. The condo stitch and my take on the condo stitch with a twist. I don't know if the camera's really picking it up, but it does have nice striped detail. It looks like a few rows of knit stitch, a few rows of purl stitch, alternating, but it's really just all knit stitch. Pretty exciting stuff. All right, to get started, you're going to need, like I said, 2 different size needles. You're going to want the size needle that your yarn calls for. In my case, my yarn calls for a 5mm, and then you're going to want a larger needle. Now, it doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't matter how much larger your needle is, but I think the larger, the better the effect. I went with this is I don't know if you can see it, but it's a 9mm. It's a boy 9mm, 13 US. So this is my larger size. This is the size the yarn calls for. That's all you're going to need. Now, if you're just doing the regular condo stitch, you're only going to need 1 needle of each. A big needle and a little needle. But if you're going to do my way, how it looks like it's alternating between knit and purls, you're going to need both sets. So, like I said, I'm going to show you both. It's really super easy. Okay, you want to grab your yarn, and you can cast on as many stitches as you like. I've decided just to go ahead and cast on video because I'm not going to do that many because it is just, it is just knit stitch. It's just a different type of technique. So you want to cast on any number you want. I'm casting on with the bigger needle just because it makes it easier to knit the first row. And I'm just going to cast on a few there. That's plenty just to show you what I'm talking about. And then you want to grab your small needle. Now, like I said before, if you're just doing the original garter or the original condo stitch right here, you're only going to need these 2 needles. So let's get into, I'm going to show you how to do the original condo stitch. And all it is you knit all the stitches. It's all garter stitch. So you just knit all the stitches. And what makes it neat is you just use these 2 different size needles for the whole thing, and it's just all knit stitches. So that's how easy it is to knit the condo stitch. Not hard at all. It's just your needle size, basically. And then you have now your big needles free, so you just knit with it. And that's how you do the original condo stitch, right? I know. Super easy. There are tons of videos on YouTube about it. This one is no more special than any of the other ones. It's just, I kind of flubbed up when I was learning how to do it, or practicing, I guess, and I made another wonderful mistake because I really liked the effect. But I'm going to show you one more time. So you just keep alternating between your small needle and your large needle. And then I'm going to show you how to get the effect of the knit and purls without purling a thing. Okay, so regular condo stitch, just so we have it, you use one big needle, one little needle, and you just knit all rows. And you can cast on as many as you like. Okay, that is the original condo stitch. Now, if you want to do it like this, this is all you have to do. Okay, I just put all my stitches on my little needle. I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to use my other little needle and knit all the stitches. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is, I'm using both of my small needles right now. Okay, so in my head I think, okay, my small needles have had their turn. I'm using both small needles. Their turn is now over. So now I'm going to grab my big needle. And now it's my big needle's turn. And we are going to knit all the stitches. But the twist is, instead of going back to our small needle, we're going to knit another row with our big needle. So basically, they take turns. The whole set takes, oops, lost a stitch. The whole set takes a turn. Okay, so now all my stitches are on my big needle. Put my little needle down and pick up my other big needle. And now both of my big needles are taking a turn. I don't know, that works in my head. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but after both big needles have had a turn and they're working together, then it'll be time to introduce your small needle again. And then you do a row with your small needle, and then you want to give your small needle another turn. So I just did a row with two big needles. I'm going to put my one big needle down, pick up my small needle, and knit a row with my small needle. I guess you could say you're going to knit 2 rows with your right size needles and 2 rows with your big needles, if that makes more sense to you. Maybe my brain just has a different way of thinking things through. I don't know. But right now I'm putting all the stitches on my little needle. Okay, I'm going to put my big needle down, and I'm going to knit with another small needle. So yeah, I guess you could say you do 2 rows with small needles, 2 rows with big needles. And you just keep. And once the needles are working together, like right now 2 of my small needles are working together, then I know I'm going to work with my big needle next. Put my small needle down, pick up my big needle, and you just keep, you drop your work like that. Alright, you just keep alternating between your big set and your little set. And it gives a really cool effect. I'm going to show you, I think maybe if you just watch what I'm doing, maybe my explaining might be confusing. I don't know, but as you can see right now, I'm putting all the stitches on my big needle from my little needle. I'm going to put my little needle down, pick up my big needle again, and now my 2 big needles are working together. And that's how I know after this row their turn is over, and it'll be the little needle's turn again. But if you keep doing this over and over and over again, you get a really cool effect. It looks like you've knit and purled alternating rows. Can you see? You just keep doing that. Okay, I just knit with both big needles, put that big needle down, and pick up my small needle. And you just keep doing that. So it'll be small needle, big needle, small needle, small needle. Get what I'm saying? And that's how you do it. And you end with this. This is what I consider the right side. If you're going to do the condo stitch with a twist or tweaked a little bit, that's what it looks like That's what the back looks like, just regular garter stitch, just nice and open. And if you just want to do the regular, good old-fashioned condo stitch, you just use 2 needles, 1 big, 1 small. If you're going to do this, you use both sets, alternating sets. And that is how you do the condo stitch and the condo stitch that I tweaked just a little bit. And that's going to be it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't judge me on my nails. I mean, you can if you want, but please don't. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so now. If you would like to follow me on Facebook, there will be a link in the description below. And until next time, guys, I hope you all have a super wonderful, fabulous day, and happy knitting. Bye!